Last year, there was $135 billion in insured losses from natural catastrophes. For many insurers, these losses help highlighted that they don't have a good enough understanding of the risk within their own portfolios. There's a huge opportunity to better leverage data and analytics for improved risk selection and pricing. This can help insurers not only potentially reduce their cat losses, but also identify areas where they can grow more profitably, effectively taking on relatively lower risk. But today, most insurers aren't utilizing the best data to drive decisions. There's a number of reasons for this. In many cases, they're not aware of all the data that's out there. The ecosystem of expert data content providers is increasing dramatically with many new entrants. You've just heard a couple of them. You'll hear more today. But the real problem is carriers are really hesitant to incorporate new data, or they really struggle to do this. There's really high switching costs. Carriers really struggle at actually integrating and operationalizing this data into their workflow. So we heard about roof age, we heard about a couple other attributes, but often, for example, a commercial property underwriter will be looking at a great deal of attributes in order to make a decision. And so often today, as they add more data, they actually reduce their efficiency. It's not uncommon to see a commercial property underwriter access multiple spreadsheets, different proprietary systems, or even hunting around for different public data on the web. It's really ad hoc, it's inconsistent, it's inefficient, and it's a really poor use of human capital. So SpatialKey helps solve that problem by bringing together all of this expert content into one platform. So a carrier can integrate once with SpatialKey and have easy access to all of this content that you're hearing about here and throughout the industry, and we're rapidly growing our ecosystem. So we're reducing that IT burden of individually integrating with all of this disparate content, and all of the maintenance and hosting costs of all that. But on top of that, and a big part of the value we're adding is really providing a visualization and analytic framework on top of all that. So we're really increasing the value of the data and making it easy to kind of contextualize and incorporate within an organization's own data. So as an example, we're not expecting an underwriter to be a GIS expert or a data scientist or a data jockey in order to make an underwriting decision. We're taking the data that an insurer wants them to use to execute an underwriting strategy and putting it all right at their fingertips so they can more quickly and more effectively make a decision. So they're spending more time building intuition around the risk instead of hunting for different data sources. And similarly, from an event response perspective, during catastrophes, it shouldn't be a claims team's job to hunt around the internet or to try to amalgamate all this organization and contextualize it for you. SpatialKey can do that for you. So we really provide a lot of insight in that area. And then back to, do we understand the risk within our portfolio? We provide accumulation solutions that really help you understand the risk composition of your portfolio. Again, bringing to bear all of that expert content into what's often a different silo in your organization on the exposure management side to really understand how your portfolio is changing and whether you're properly executing on that underwriting strategy. So we've been quite successful in the market. We've been serving it for over 7 years, and we are exclusively focused on the insurance industry. And as an analytics provider, we think that's really important. We get the problem insurers are facing. And we're serving over 200 organizations today, including insurers, reinsurers, MGAs, and brokers. So SpatialKey is the geospatial data enrichment and analytics hub for the insurance industry. My name is Tom Link. I'm our founder and CEO. And I'd love to talk to organizations that are interested in improving their data and analytics strategy. Thank you.